Alrighty, cool. So today we're going to run through Christmas without the extra kilos. Alright, the biggest problem that people go through in Christmas is they have fun, they enjoy their food, they enjoy their drink, but then the thing is they come out of it ready to start the new year, but they come out of it with all this extra weight. Okay, so we're here to figure out not only what to do, but also how to do it and why it's important to you. Because if we don't have all those three things, then we're not going to get the best result possible. So, normally what happens is people go through Christmas and they celebrate this guy. They celebrate Santa. He brings all the presents, he brings all the fun and all the joy, only to leave us at the end of Christmas looking like this guy, you know, with way more weight than we started out with, and that's what we ideally want, right? And the problem is, though, the reason that most people get stuck into this trap, get stuck into gaining the weight over Christmas, is because they've got no plan, they've got no idea, they've got no goal. If people don't know what they want out of the Christmas week in terms of, you know, for their body, their health, then they're not going to get it. It's impossible to get what you have no idea what you want to get, if that even makes sense. So the first thing is you need to make sure you've got a plan. You need to make sure you've got a goal. What do you want to get out of this Christmas? Where do you want to be? Where do you want to have your body at the end of Christmas? Where do you want your health, your weight, your fitness, your size? Where do you want it to be before you start your New Year's resolution? And then you need to know, why is it important? Why does it even matter? What's the point of even trying to lose weight? Because look, in all fairness and in all honesty, if you go through any kind of plan, any kind of program, and it's not important for you to achieve the result, then there will be no result, okay? Because it's human nature. We don't do something unless it's got some benefit, some payoff. I know that doesn't sound great, but that's the way the brain and the body work. There has to be a reward at the end of it. We have to get something out of it. So what I want you to do now is I want you to write down, what do you want out of this holiday period? Because this technique and this plan applies not just to Christmas, but it applies to any holiday. It applies to Easter, it applies to going away on holidays, when you're overseas, when you're having a trip, when you're on break. Whatever it is, it has the same effect. People go on holidays and they're like, oh shit, it's time to party, and they go and get fat, and then they come back and they're like, oh crap, back to reality. Now I've got to deal with this extra weight. So the first thing you need to know is, what do you want to get out of this Christmas? What do you want to get out of your holiday break? Do you want to keep your weight the same? Do you want to lose 1 kilo? Do you want to gain 1 kilo? Where do you want to see yourself in a week, 2 weeks' time? Before you start, before you get back on track, where do you want your health? Where do you want your body? Where do you want your weight or your size to be? So that's the first thing you need to know. You need to know where you want to get to, and then you need to know, why is it important? What's the point of being, you know, the same weight, or what's the point of losing 1 kilo or losing 5 kilos or 10 kilos or wherever you want to see yourself at the end of the break? What does it mean for you? What's it going to get you? If you get through Christmas and you're able to drop 2 kilos, what's good about that? You know, what will it actually bring you? Will you feel more confident? Will you feel more comfortable? Will you feel like, fuck, I actually made it through this Christmas and I didn't gain any weight? Because this is not going to be the last Christmas on earth. There's going to be more to come. And unless we're going to fight this battle of getting fat at the end of every year and having to deal with it again on the 1st of January, we're going to need to develop a system that's going to get some real result and some real progress, and something that's going to allow us to enjoy our holiday, enjoy our trip away, enjoy our time off, and enjoy our food as well. So you need to know, why is it important to you? What's it going to get you? And the second thing you need to know is, you need to know, why do you actually need to do it? Why do you need to change now? Like, you know, everyone wants to lose weight, everyone wants to get healthy, everyone wants to get fit, but some people do it and some people don't. And the difference between those that do it and those that don't is that they have a reason, they have a pressing issue that it has to happen now. They can't do this any longer. They can't wait until New Year. They can't stay fat. They've got to make the change now. So what's in it for you? Why do you need to make this change happen now? Essentially, a couple of good questions to ask in order for you to realize, why do you actually need to make the change now, is ask yourself, what is it costing you at the moment? If you stay this way for the next week, for the next month, for the next year, what will you miss out on? What will be the cost? Not just financially, but emotionally, physically. You know, will it cost you happiness? Will it cost you confidence? And if you lose out on some of your confidence, what will that affect? You know, will that affect other areas of life? Like, will you maybe wear different things, or do less, or be less outgoing, or be not completely who you know you are or who you want to be, or who you deserve to be. What is not changing going to cost you, not just in the short term, but in the long term as well? Now, this is where the strategy comes in, or the what comes in. We now know why it's important to make a change over Christmas, and we now know what it's costing you and what it's going to cost you to not make a change. And look, you see, the thing is that people will always make the strategy and always make the actual doing part of it way worse than it really is. We'll get back to that in a sec. But the first thing we need to go, which we've touched on briefly, is we need to know your goal. What's the outcome of this? So I want you to write that down. What do you want to achieve by the end of your break? Where do you want your body? Where do you want your health? Where do you want your weight to be? Do you just want to maintain it? Okay? Do you want to still make progress but at a slower rate? Do you want to make the same rate of progress, and do you want to keep crushing it, keep smashing it out of the park? It's totally up to you. It doesn't matter, but we need to know where you want to get to, because if we have no idea, then that's where we'll end up. The second thing is we need to know the balance, okay, the motivation balance between what we call pain and pleasure. It's why is it important for you to change? What will changing give you? How will it make your life better? If you get through this break, this holiday, this period, and you're an extra 2, 3, 5 kilos lighter, what's that going to bring you? Will you have more confidence, more energy, more happiness, more life? What will be better? And the second one is, why must you change now? Okay, what's this costing you and what's going to cost you in the future? And why do you need to change today? Not in 3 weeks' time or in a month's time or next Monday. Why must it happen today? And then this is where the plan starts to come in. You see, the problem that most people encounter is they try and do it all in their head. Now, I don't know if you've ever tried to remember a shopping list, okay, without writing it down. Especially as a guy, it doesn't fucking work. You need to put it on paper. You need to have a plan. You need to commit pen to paper and actually draw out a roadmap. Draw out some action plans and draw out some steps, okay? Because the thing is, it's never as difficult as it is in your head as it is on paper, okay? We've got to have something clear and concise that we can follow step by step. And you can't do that in your head, okay? You've got to get it pen to paper. You've got to get it out of your brain and down on your pen. Down on your paper, so you can follow it and you can actually look at it. So, this is where we actually come to the strategies, right? Where we figure out what do we need to do, what do we need to get, and how are we going to go about doing it, right? The strategies are straightforward. The biggest thing that will determine your success is why you need to do it and why you have to change. Now, if you haven't got those two, you need to get them down ASAP, right now. You need to know exactly what they are. So now that brings us to, what do you actually want, okay? What do you actually not just want out of this holiday period for your body, but what do you actually want to eat, okay? Because when we know, whether it be over Christmas, over Easter, or going away on holidays, there's always going to be foods we want to eat. We want to try new stuff. We want to have fun. We want to celebrate. And I'm not here to tell you can't do that. That's not my job, and that's not fair. I want you to eat those things, have those things, have that celebration and have that fun. Okay, but you need to know what it is. You can't just go around eating everything you see because it's there. What is important to you to eat? What do you actually feel like eating? Now, I know this may be a tough question on a regular daily basis, but seriously, if you want to eat dessert, if you want to try all different kinds of dessert, you need to know that. Okay, if you want to try all different kinds of pizza, if you want to drink, if you want to have cake, if you want to have pudding, if you want to have ham, whatever it is, you need to know. The reason you need to know is because it's all about balance. It's not about eating clean over Christmas and eating chicken and broccoli while you're away on holidays. It's about being able to eat the things you love, whether that be pizza, whether it be pasta, chips, drinks, alcohol, chocolate, whatever it is. It's all about balance. That is absolutely key. It's absolutely crucial. Because if there's no balance, there's no longevity. And look, like I said, this is not going to be the last time that you go on holidays. It's not going to be the last Christmas on Earth. There's going to be another time somewhere in between now and the next 25 years where you've got a break, where you're not in your regular day-to-day routine. And in those times, we need to make sure you still stay on track so you don't lose progress and you don't get fat. So, how we maintain that balance, or how we keep that balance of eating the things we love and balancing out with enough good food or healthy food, is we use an app which we call MyFitnessPal. Okay, it's a glorified calorie counter, basically a food diary. It's free and it's easy to use. If you don't know how to use it, PM me now, okay, and I'll send you a link and a tutorial on how to use it. You can download it in the App Store or the Google Play Store, wherever. You can even use it on your computer. It's totally free. What this allows us to do, though, is it allows us to understand where you are in terms of the one successful principle that's in any diet, okay? And that's what we call energy balance. That's saying, cool, this is what your body actually needs to lose weight, and this is what you're having at the moment. Sometimes it's over, sometimes it's under. Okay, if it's too high, you'll get fat. If it's too low, you'll also gain weight. We need to make sure it's in the middle. It's hitting that balance. Now, the beauty of this is you can still eat the things you love, like pizza, right? You can still have that balance, okay? We just need to make sure, cool, let's say you've got a daily budget of calories, which is another term for the energy balance. It's what it's measured in. Let's say you've got a daily budget of 1,800 calories. And let's say you love to eat 8 slices of pizza every day. Yeah, it's a lot of pizza, but maybe that's what you like. So that will end up costing you, okay, about 1,200 calories, which is a lot of fucking calories. Not everyone eats 8 slices of pizza every day, but let's say that's what you want to do. So you're able to put that into the app, and you're able to say, okay, cool, out of my daily budget, I've now got 600 calories left. So meaning, if you go ahead and you eat more than 600 calories, you're going to gain weight. However, if you eat anything less than 500, like a deficit of more than 500 of what your daily budget is, meaning if your goal is to eat 1,800 and you only have 1,200, because 1,800 minus 1,200 is 600, 600 is bigger than 500, and if you eat less than that deficit on a daily basis consistently for a long time, it's going to force your metabolism down, and that's going to make you gain weight. That's going to make you get fat. So there has to be that balance. There has to be that sweet spot where we're just below our calories, okay, or if not, on target. So essentially that's how the MyFitnessPal app works. It works like a budget, saying, cool, what kind of calories do you have at the moment? What does your body specifically need? Okay, that's what we work out and that's what we figure out for you, because each person is different. We need to know your situation. What does your body need, and what's your lifestyle involve at the moment? What are the things you love to eat? What are the things you want to eat? Okay? And then we say, cool, let's take those out first so you can enjoy those. Now, what do we have left to work with? These are the amount of calories you've got left to work with. Okay, cool. So maybe you can't have, you know, the stuff that was just sitting on the table that you were going to mindlessly eat because you was there. So, cool, this is what I've got, and this is what I've got to work with. Now, what happens if you've got so much stuff you want to eat, like me, okay, especially on Christmas Day, that you want to eat, that you know is going to be there, but instead of, you know, coming to a total of 1,800 calories, it comes to a total of, you know, 2,000, 2,200 calories, and it's over your budget. Don't give up, because what you do is you start logging your food, okay, from the week before or from now. So what you do is you log your food every day, okay, until Christmas, until Sunday. And let's say you want to eat crazy on Sunday. Let's say there's like pudding, there's alcohol, there's chocolate, there's pasta, there's chips, there's pizza, there's everything you want, and it's going to be there, okay? Put it all into your app, see how much calories or how many calories it takes, it uses. And if it is over your budget, don't stress, because what you do is every day until then, you set aside or you eat slightly less, okay, than you would normally. So for example, let's say your goal is 1,800. So what you do is every day, so on the Thursday, on the Friday, on the Saturday, you'd eat 1,600. Okay, so 200 calories less. 1,600 calories. So you've now got Thursday 200, Friday 200, Saturday 200 calories. So a total of 600 calories extra. What you can do is you can move those calories to Saturday. So you can add them on to Saturday's budget. So instead of now having 1,800, you've got 2,400, which means you can eat a third of the day's more food and still not gain weight. You won't get fat, okay, because you've still got that balance over the 4 days. You're still hitting 1,800 calories a day. And that's the beauty of being able to log and track your calories, because you can still eat what you want, you can still eat as much as you want, and you can save it up for those rainy days, or in this case, those sunny, hot, blistering days we call Christmas. So whatever it is you want to eat, you're still able to eat it. It's all about balance, and it's all about being smart and effective, as opposed to just eating the stuff because it's there and not eating enough, but also eating too much at the same time. At the end of the day, though, this all comes down to you. I can give you all the best strategies, all the best techniques, and everything to make it happen. But if where the rubber meets the road, where push comes to shove, if there's no action, there will be no result. If I could package it up and give you a result, I would. But unfortunately, the body doesn't work like that. There has to be input from you. And the only reason there will be input from you, the only reason that anyone would ever do this strategy or that would ever make any effort for weight loss is because they have a reason to. Because there's something worth achieving and because they have to change now. So I want you to decide, moving forward from this, what path are you going to take? You can take the path of least resistance, which is what most people do over Christmas. They say, yeah, look, I understand Christmas is coming up. Yeah, I know I kind of need to lose weight, but I'll deal with it on the 1st, okay? Which we all know in our heart of hearts is a bullshit excuse, right? You can't deal with something that's a problem. You can't deal with something in the future that is a problem now. You need to sort it out now. So, yes, it may be difficult initially. There may be, a little bit of discomfort, learning a new technology, learning to log your food in the app over the next few days. But what it will bring you is twofold. It will not only bring you weight loss, okay, over the next week, that I can guarantee, but it will also bring you some good habits and good rituals that will really accelerate your progress into the future. Because what I've found, when people try and start things on the 1st of January and they start their New Year's resolutions, it typically goes like this. They gain weight over the last week of December and they're like, oh, whatever, I just throw in the towel and deal with it on the 1st. I set my New Year's resolution really high. I want to lose 15 kilos in the first 6 months. Okay, I want to lose 10 kilos in the first 3 months, or whatever it is. And what happens in the first week, first of all, they're hungover on the 1st because the 31st is the world's biggest party. And so they don't do anything on the 1st. Okay, the 1st was supposed to be the day they start. They're too hungover, too tired, so let's eat whatever they want. They set themselves up and they say, cool, I'll start on the 2nd. I'll start tomorrow. So they get over it. They get over their hangover, and they get into the 2nd there. Okay, cool, I'm motivated. It's the 2nd of the year. I'm going to start shit off strong. They go out and do shopping. They go out and buy stuff, healthy stuff, green vegetables, chicken breast, all the lean and all the boring things, okay? And they're living healthy and they're motivated. Right? And they stay like this for about a week. All right? Let's be honest, because after those first few days, when they go back to work, and all of a sudden they haven't been at work for 2 weeks, and they've got a shitload of work to do. They're busy, they've got a lot on, and they don't have time to cook and prepare their food. Because now they don't have any takeaway food, they don't have any balance in their life, all they've got is healthy shit in the fridge, and that needs to be cooked. That takes time, and they haven't got that time anymore. So they come home late from work, they're tired, they're exhausted, they don't want to cook, they've got nothing ready to go, and they're like, shit. Now what? I'm hungry, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'll just get some takeaway. It's just one time, I'll deal with it next week. Next week will be better because I'll be able to get the work done from this week and I'll start fresh next week. So we're now into the 2nd week of January and we haven't actually really started and got any plans or any momentum rolling. So they're like, okay, cool, 2nd week of January, yeah, I fucked up last week, I've got to get things going this week, I've got to make it happen, okay, I really need to lose this weight. So let's do this, okay, they get back on the healthy wagon, they get their food, they get their shopping done, they get their healthy veg, they get their chicken breasts, and they get all their fruit and vegetables, and their fridge is full, ready to rock and roll and ready to go. So they're now into the 2nd week of January, ready to start. Okay? The problem is, though, there's no balance in this, because all they've got is healthy food. Okay? All they've got is food that needs to be cooked, food that needs to be prepped. Not only is it more time-consuming and difficult to eat, but it's boring. There's no fun in there. There's no chocolate. There's no alcohol. There's no shit you want to eat. And that doesn't have longevity. Okay, so they go through this for a month, 3 weeks on average. And then they realize that not only is it boring, but they're not getting the kind of results they want. Because the only way you get long-term results, short-term and long-term results, is by balancing your energy. So there needs to be a calorie balance, a slight deficit. It doesn't matter specifically what you eat. Okay, as long as you're hitting that balance, you will lose weight. And you can get fat by eating the healthy diet. You can also get fat by eating the Macca's diet. Unless it has that balance, it won't give you the results that you're after. So by you deciding to start now, you'll not only get 2 weeks up on those people and actually start to get some serious progress by the time they actually start, but you'll actually start to ingrain some habits that will not only set you up for the next week, but for the rest of the next year as well. Because you can still do this while you're away on holidays. You can still eat the food you love. You can still have things like pizza, chocolate, alcohol, chips, pasta, everything that you like to eat, everything that anyone is on a diet wants to eat but can't because they don't have this balance. And that's absolutely key, and that's where this comes into its own. So, in a quick summary, okay, the first thing that you need to know is you need to know, where do you want to get to? Where do you want to get to at the end of your holidays? At the end of your break, when this time is all up, where do you want your body to be? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to stay the same? Okay. Do you want to maintain it? Where do you want to be? You need to know why that's important to you. Okay. The second thing is you need to know your budget. What or how many calories can you eat per day? MyFitnessPal gives you a very rough estimation of this. It will work initially, but not long term. Long term, you need to find out specifically, what does your body work? Okay, sorry, how does your body work, and what does your body need? Right, you need to get this assessed, and you need to know what is your body actually using in terms of calories. And once you've got those two, the third thing comes into play, and that's how much you're eating at the moment. Okay, if you find out your body needs 1,800 calories and you're eating 2,200 calories, you need to eat 400 calories less. If it comes back and your body needs 1,800 calories and you're only eating 1,200, well, you need to eat 600 more. So you've got more room to move. You can eat more. But you'll only be able to work that out once you know the three things. Where do you want to get to? What does your body need, and what are you doing at the moment? Once you have all those three things and you stick to the plan, you hit your target every time. You'll say, cool, this is where I want to get to. I want to have lost 2 kilos by the end of Christmas. I want to have lost 1 kilo. I want to keep my weight the same. I know where I am. I know what my calorie budget is, and I know what I'm eating at the moment. And once you have those 3 points, all it is a matter of sticking to your calories, enjoying the food, saving up a few calories here and there for those special days, and really being able to look after your body, get down to your health, get down to your weight without having to sacrifice anything else. And that is what it is really, really, truly about. It's all about the long-term gain, not the short-term pain. I hope this has been helpful for you guys. So remember to put in those 3 principles. You've got, where do you want to get to? What is your budget, and what are you currently eating at the moment? Find out those 3. Okay, you can do that for free. You can get that from loads of resources on the internet. MyFitnessPal is your first go-to one. Okay, it'll give you a rough estimation of your calories, and then from there, all you need to do is start logging your food so you can get on track, hit those goals, hit that target, and actually start making some real progress, which is what it's all about.